another ad campaign sauna. I think it's Caltex. What drives you,
Yeah.
right? And so we're going to talk about motivation. And he has an interesting take on motivation. Um, he's saying that motivation is fuel for us. It allows us to accomplish things, right? Fuel has been used by human beings for thousands of millions of years. We burn things in order to
Get things
get
moving.
energy, to
Yeah.
get things moving, right? So that we can release what is called potential energy.
Yeah.
So you have to burn it. And for millions of years, humans have burned wood. There are different kinds of fuel that has been used. Eventually, wood, whatever. Then, in the last 200 years of our um, life here on Earth, we discovered fossil fuel, gasoline, and all that to keep ourselves warm, to have our machineries working, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Get-
So
get
this is
place
what
from-
we use it for fuel, diba?
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying that not all fuels are good, right? Not all fuels that we use are clean. Some of them are dirty. Some of them leave residue. And so they're not always good for our environment. That's why we're having problems with our environment. There are environmental disasters because of our inappropriate use of fuel. Sometimes it leaves things and it can damage, right? Some fuels, as they call it, burn dirty. Diba? It's interesting. And so he's saying our motivation is our fuel for driving us to achieve things, to be able to get things,
Get things done.
right?
Yeah.
But he's saying also that we need to be mindful of the fuel that we burn to motivate our work, our accomplishments. He's saying that there are good fuels, but there are also dirty fuels, right? And some fuels burn dirty.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate, Miss Angela, what are dirty fuels?
Okay, so according to Todd Henry, he was saying that dirty fuel includes emotions of anger, seizing ownership, proving your worth at all costs, putting others down, and extracting what you can. These are against fuels, meaning that they fundamentally oppose someone or something else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're against something, that's why it drives you to accomplish things.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a bit heavy.
It's a bit heavy. So these are all negative emotions.
true.
You're angry towards that person, so you want to prove to that person, or you want to exact revenge by being able to accomplish things. Okay.
Yeah, so they fuel us to right some personal wrong from the past instead of focusing on creating possibility. They cause us to hold grudges.
Wow. But of course, this can allow us to accomplish things, right? Even if they are dirty fuel, it can let us accomplish things. People have become rich or have accomplished a lot of things because of this negative emotion. However, these things can cause damage later on. Diba?
Yeah, that's true. Not only to ourselves, but the people also around us.
Ooh, that's right.
Because of the emotions that you pour out, it will affect eventually the work that you are in, the family, the family that you're in, the groups of people that you're in. So it's like a ripple effect also if you put your focus on this kind of motivation.
That's right. In the same way that we are using fuel that is bad for the environment, that can leave residue, bad fuel for our motivation can also leave residue. Not only to us, but also to the people that we work with, and maybe the people that we are working for, our family, our loved ones, and all of that. And most often, what would be the residue that is left behind?
And this would be bitterness, Pastor Bong.
Wow. You don't want to be bitter.
Nope, you don't.
That's right. Uh, yes, that's true. We have to watch out for this because, yes, we are able to accomplish a lot of things when we are angry. Diba? That's why they were saying, don't get mad, get even. Or living better is the best revenge or something like that. These are negative emotions that we use as motivation. It can, maybe in the short term, can allow you to accomplish some things,
Yeah.
but eventually
It will take a toll on you.
it will
if you
take a
would-
toll. That's
yeah.
right. So it will allow us to become bitter. And when bitterness takes root, it makes engagement, creativity, and generosity very challenging. Diba? Have you noticed that people who are bitter are never generous?
True. That's true.
Kung makatrue ka daw, may dalo may mga
Are you
hugot.
judging my facial expression? No, but it's true. Like I agree. Like I mean, it could be an unconscious action. I mean, you wouldn't want to like reflect that kind of emotion, but because of that motivation in you,
It shows.
it shows.
Yeah,
it eventually
it leaves
comes
a
out.
residue, as they are as Todd Henry is saying. It leaves a residue, and it allows us to wreak damage in the long run. When we are motivated by something that we are opposing against, right? We will never fully feel fully gratified. Even when we have so much success.
Yeah,
Diba?
it will never be fulfilling.
Right. Because sometimes we might need to continuously feed on that negative emotion. To continuously tell the story of how we, how we have been wronged, how we have been bested by someone else, or how we have been destroyed by our loved ones or something
Yeah.
like that. And we keep on telling that story, and eventually they say it's gonna make you ugly as well. It will eventually show on your face or something like that. So it's never a good idea. And there's a short-term benefit in the sense that you're able to accomplish a lot of things, but when you are working against something, it will eventually destroy you, right? Instead of focusing on the negative impact that we want to make on the world, we become obsessed with vanquishing those that we feel have wronged us. What do you think, Miss Angela?
Well, yeah. I mean, the focus of these things that we do every day in our work, in our families, like in our daily tasks, like if these things control us, or if these things are the reason why we want to
Do things,
things,
or accomplish things.
it can be, yes, I mean, that's right, you said earlier, it can get you to do things
Unaccomplished things.
unaccomplished. I mean, you could accomplish the goal, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, but what is the effect after that?
That's right.
Yeah.
The residue that it leaves behind. And if you're using this as motivation, you feel that you will always have an enemy, di ba? Kay kung wala ka sang enemy, wala ka naman sang motivation to achieve or to go for something. Di ba? Kapoy may enemy.
It can be very exhausting. That's
Exhausting, that's right. That's why maybe some of us are exhausted all the time.
So the wrong motivation.
It's
Yeah.
because of the wrong motivation. However, the good thing is, on the opposite, while there are dirty fuel, there is also what you call clean fuel.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on what that is,
So
Miss
clean
Angela?
fuel, the one that's been being talked about in the book of the Motivation Code, it's actually the cleanest fuel that the author discovered. So it means that we operate within what naturally drives us, that allows us to work the outcomes we most crave. So it has questions that, who are you working for, Pastor Bong, or not against?
That's right. So The opposite is given direction. So instead of what you're working against,
Yeah.
in order for you to topple someone or to destroy someone or to get even with someone, you think instead, what are you working for?
Yeah.
Diba? That I think that's the question sa commercial, no?
Para
Para
kanino
kanino ka gumigising. Grabe.
Bumabangon na.
Bumabangon gali.
Okay nang gising.
Pwede naman gising, di ba?
Sige.
Pwede ka namang bumangon na hindi gising.
True.
Or pwede ka namang gising na hindi bumabangon.
Okay.
Joke. Anyway, ikaw, Miss Angela, who are you working for? Who what motivates you?
Okay, what motivates me? Can I say my laundry? My laundry motivates me. I mean, like, and especially like it's been raining the past few days, and it doesn't the you know, the feeling of like, oh no, it's raining, you gotta get your laundry. But anyway, kidding aside, the past few days, like what we talked about with Pastor Bong, I've been working with Chinky Tan. So basically my life has been focused on online job the past few months, and I have to admit that it's not really where I imagined myself to be, especially like people know me as to be a person who's always outside doing field
Dora
work.
the Explorer.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I enjoy interaction. But then I came to like appreciate what I have now, because it is what's necessary.
That's right.
And so in the process of like going through these kinds of emotions every day, of like trying to get myself up and, you know, pump myself up, like I have to do this because it's necessary, and it's very difficult to get the motivation to do things. And it's just amazing. Like the past few months, I've also been thinking like, what am I gonna set my mind to? Like, what is going to drive me to do things? So, like the moment that I open up my laptop or start doing my work, I just get to this this time of like, Lord, help me get through the day. Like my prayer would be, give us this daily, or give us this day, our daily bread. I mean, it's not giving me assurance that it would, you know, help me through the next day, but I know that I just need enough for today.
Right.
And it's amazing because like it just keeps coming.
That's right.
It keeps coming. Like when I start saying that, you know, just trying to let go of and let God to take over my day. His
Right.
faithfulness keeps coming.
So the faithfulness and the mercies of the Lord,
the
what
provisions,
keeps you going.
the strength, and then everything just follows.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good motivation. That's a good fuel for your motivation, so that you can accomplish things, right?
Yeah.
So who are you working for, not against? What's another question that we can ask with regards to clean motivation?
So what change are you creating every single time you choose to sit down and do the work?
Right. So in some sense, what are you trying to achieve, or
Yeah. What's the goal?
what's the goal?
Yeah.
What
Why do
becomes better?
Why we do what we do.
That's right. So instead of destroying, you're thinking of creating. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I would like to share something like what Chinky would always remind me of, because other than the fact that I'm doing virtual assistant for him, I also help him with customer service for his restaurant in Manila.
Okay.
And I did not expect myself to be in that position, but I like how he runs things. Like he reminds me of like, we do this because we want to help the people who lost their jobs.
Oh.
Like, okay, so when he reminds me of that kind of mindset,
Then it allows you to.
like, okay, I'm gonna do this because they need the job.
They need a job. That's
Yeah.
right. So it's helping out others as well.
The
So you're
change of
creating
mindset.
jobs
Yes,
for people.
yes.
That's a good motivation. And then the next question is?
Third one is, what outcomes motivate you so much that you are willing, if necessary, to suffer for them?
Wow. So that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You get up in the morning, even if it's not something that you enjoy all the time,
Yes.
because you want to
help
and I'm
them.
sure a lot of you out there are sacrificing and suffering so that, for example, your children can go to school,
True.
your family will have a better future. And we have stories upon stories of people who are willing to sacrifice and
Yeah.
give up on things just so they can
Survive.
survive and
Yeah.
provide for people.
Family, yeah.
And we salute people like that. They're heroes of the
Yeah.
truest sense of the word. This is what motivates them to provide, to help them
Yeah.
with. So these are what you call clean,
Clean fuel.
And the author says the most profound work you will ever do will be accomplished only when you are burning with clean,
Clean
fuel.
fuel.
Right. So our challenge to you this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are listening, the two of you who are listening out there, damo man sila. To check our motivations. Are we against something or are we for something? And does it leave a bad residue, or will it give a lasting impact on not only on ourselves but around us?
Yeah.
So this is based on a book by Todd Henry, and it's called Motivation
Motivation
Code. Thank you so much, Miss Angela,
Yeah.
for joining me this afternoon. Let me end by quoting scriptures to you, and this is the motivation of the Apostle Paul to the Corinthian church. They're in the midst of a lot of struggle, a lot of sufferings, a lot of questions, a lot of controversy, and some of them are wishing, things will end or something. But this is what he's saying, and this is what I want to leave to you as well, people, as we prepare for the weekend. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. There you go. That's a clean fuel that you can use to accomplish things.
Yep.
So thank you so much for joining us. Be part of our online worship service on Sunday at 10 o'clock through Facebook Live. We also have communities of faith that meet. If you want to belong to a community of faith and you want to participate in worshiping and fellowshipping, since we can't have a big group right now, we have what is called communities of faith, Miss Angela. So if you want to participate, please message us. Let us know so we can give you schedules and places where you can have fellowship. And for sure, we are following strictly health protocols
Yeah.
in order to do this. So we'd like to invite you to be part of a community of faith as well. So if you want to attend that, or online service naton 10 o'clock Facebook Live. Then we also have children's worship at 9 o'clock on Sunday. Join us. Follow us, subscribe, like us on our various social media platforms. We have Instagram, Ictus
Facebook.
Bacolod _
Yeah.
tama? Facebook, Ictus Bacolod, and then
YouTube.
YouTube channel also. And then we will be launching our Spotify.
Yes.
And this will be on
Exciting.
Spotify also. But we will be officially launching that next week, so watch out for that.
Yep.
In the meantime, God bless you all.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Bong.
God bless you, Angela.
Thank you. You too.
And have a godly week ahead of you, weekend ahead of you. And thank you so much.